Hi everyone, my name is Jenny and I'm a CA over at Manzanita Hall. And one of the most important things for myself working in a freshman year dorm is that my residents understand the ways that they can prevent HIV transmission. So that's what we're going to be talking about today for around 5 to 7 minutes. If you have any questions or need to use the bathroom, you can go ahead and ask me directly, stop me at any time, and there are bathrooms right outside those double doors. So you can go anytime, no need to ask or anything like that. I'd like to remind everyone today that anything that is shared will be kept confidential and private for myself. And I'd like to kind of get a nod from everyone to also agree to that as well. Awesome, perfect. Okay, so I'd like everyone to remember that HIV is not curable, but is 100% preventable. So if I could get everyone to repeat after me, we're going to be saying this one line quite a couple times throughout this presentation. So it's choose an A, B, C, or P to protect yourself and your loved ones from HIV. So we're going to get right into it. Does anyone know what A stands for? Perfect, abstinence. So this is not your typical definition of abstinence. Usually we refer to it as the cultural or religious definition, but today in the terms of HIV prevention, we are referring to the scientific definition of it, which just means no penetrative sex. This could be vaginal, oral, or anal. There are other ways that two partners can share their love to each other or show their affection to each other. This could be kissing, hugging, mutual masturbation. Those would not be penetrative sex and do not have any risk of transmitting HIV. So that's A. So A is for abstinence. So choose an A, B, C, or P to protect yourself and your loved ones from HIV. So let's get into the second one, which is B. This one refers to being faithful. And there are two key points to this. The first key point is knowing your own status as HIV negative and knowing your partner's status as also HIV negative. The second point to this would be staying mutually committed to each other and understanding that the two people have the commitment and the communication as well, so that they know what their own status is and they know what their partner's status and where they stand is as well. So that one was B, being faithful. So we have A, abstinence, B, be faithful. Next one is C. Can anyone guess what that might be? Condoms, nice. So there are many different types of condoms you can use, that one can use. This could be polyurethane, nitrile, latex. There are many different kinds. Please remember that natural condoms do not prevent the transmission of HIV, so that is one thing to be careful about. It is also a good thing to remember that only one condom is used per sex act per partner as well, and also that two condoms cannot be used together or they will tear. Another thing is to also pay attention to the type of lubricant that is being used, because if you're using an oil-based lubricant with the latex condoms, it can cause pores, and that would render the condom useless. You can get condoms in many different areas. If you're at ASU, you can get them from Health Services or Devils in the Bedroom, which is a club at ASU. You can also get them from nicepackage.org. They send you a very discreet package of condoms, and this is in Arizona, and that one is free. So we've done A, B, and C. So remember, choose an A, B, C, or P to protect yourself and your loved ones from HIV. So it is also important to remember that the A, B, C, and P, we haven't done P yet, we'll do that right after this. Any of these can change. One doesn't have to always stick to the same one forever. Times change, people mature, and different methods are appropriate at different times for every person. So you can always be switching around. So we're gonna get into the last one, which is P. P stands for, this one's a little bit tricky, a little bit difficult, so I'm just gonna say it. It stands for PrEP, which is pre-exposure prophylaxis in the United States. So this is a medication for those who have been exposed to, not exposed, but more, they are at a higher risk for contracting HIV, such as they might have had unprotected sex with an HIV positive person. This is a medication for them so that they can prevent contracting HIV. It's a medication that is prescribed by a doctor. It must be used on time and properly in order for it to actually be effective. So that is one of the things to remember if one is using PrEP. So I wrote out on a whiteboard, just so we can review it, the A, B, C, and P again. And I know I've said it a lot, but let's just go over it one more time. You have A, B, C, and P. Choose one of them to protect yourself and your loved ones from HIV. So A was abstinence, B was be faithful, C, condoms, and P, PrEP or pre-exposure prophylaxis in the United States. So any one of these methods could be used to prevent the transmission of HIV, and remember that any of these could be switched out. Like one could use A for a certain amount of time, then they could switch to C. Thank you so much for being here with me and listening to this, and I thank you for your time.